It's good that Monday's here and on to a good week and looking forward to this week of preparation with our guys. The Notre Dame game and certainly I think after looking at the film from the Georgia Tech game, felt the same way. I mean, give Georgia Tech credit, they made more plays than we did. That's why they won the game. But I love the effort, particularly in the second half, our guys put forward, and there's some areas that, points in every game that, you've got to make a play, and to make that play, it gives your team a better chance. And we made some of those, kept us in it, but we didn't make enough, certainly. But, truly am, and I think our guys are looking forward to this week. Obviously playing a very good Notre Dame team, and got a lot of good athletes, good football players, and it looks to me on film, you look at it, and obviously you got a little bit of experience with them, well coached. So we need to have a good week of preparation.
With the running game on Saturday, was it just more of the same struggles, or what can you put your finger on to why you guys weren't able to?
Yeah, I had a couple. I think anytime you struggle running the ball, you kind of put in you're on edges a little bit. You're not covered up. I mean, you had 3rd and 1. It's I think one thing in the run game, if you're off a little bit, be it footwork or your landmark, in a short space that can affect it. We didn't come off on a double team, and got another run through in the backfield. There's some of those things that we've got to correct. And guys did a good job of handling that in practice. You got to carry it over to the game, and yet you got to give them credit. I mean, they're certainly not stationary targets, and that you're getting off blocks, and so. There's certainly areas that are correctable. Guys that they know when it happens. We got to put them in those positions and in the areas that apply to this week. Notre Dame, but we're just kind of on edges more than just really covering them up. I think that's the a couple where back keeps his course a little bit tighter. It's maybe a little bit different play. Guess we gotta get better there.
Does frustration amount, though? I mean, when you talk about correcting mistakes, that's a word we've heard a lot over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, when it doesn't get corrected, how do you address that? How do you deal with it? It doesn't get frustrating.
I think that, that's, it's coaching, and so you can't get frustrated with it. The frustration comes in that you want the players to get it so they can experience the success of it. The frustration would be if they weren't trying to clean whatever it may be, clean it up. That would be frustrating if they didn't want to be coached on it, or didn't go out and work on it. Not trying to throw coach speak out at you when I say that. They are correctable things, and our job is to find the right way for them to get it. And that's why I think that we're all in this thing together, But, do you wish it would happen faster? Absolutely. But we can't play. We can't let the players get frustrated. We can't get frustrated, because that doesn't do you any good.
How do you tweak, lineups or rotations or things like that to try to find something? If you've got a set group that maybe is consistently underperforming.
Well, the injuries have taken care of that for us. As far as if you're talking about the offensive line, even the running back spot, we've had some tweaking, and I think that's, there is something in continuity, and when that's disturbed, that can be, a little bit of a contributing factor, not a reason, not a cause. We can't let that be, but we've gone in with different lineups these last few games. So we just gotta we'll be persistent on this one. We'll just keep grinding away at it.
At the same time, with some of these injuries and some of the lineup changes, is it a sign of how young this program is, or do you still not use that as an excuse?
Yeah, I mean, it was, for instance, Dorian, was able to start and, did some good things. Things that you'd say, you know what, well, that's exciting, you can build on it, and, struggle, and he struggled against a good player, specifically at times, in basketball. But, it's an interesting thing, I mean, you've got youth, and yet, you can't just say, hey, boy, we're building this thing and going, because, you got some of the all-time guys I love being around, and you guys will speak to one a little bit later, and Aaron Donald. I mean, this is his last year, and Joe got us putting it out there, and playing and giving it all, so I don't know what, you really don't have to figure out how to categorize it. I know what we got to work on, and that's what we can focus on.
What does Aaron show as far as leadership? I mean, he doesn't say much, Mr. Mendoza, but of course
He doesn't like you, Jerry.
He has a good line for that. But you know what I mean. What is he like as a leader? I've noticed Saturday night in the huddle he seemed to be a little more demonstrative than usual.
Yeah, I think that he is. I think he's a good leader, because I think that leadership has to be within your personality, and what better way than to have your actions speak, not just with his play that I think he's playing at a really high level, but in his preparation and his the way he competes on the practice field, just the way that he goes about a lot of the things every day. I think it's tremendous example to not just our young guys, to everyone right beside him, how to go about it, approach it, and then how that translates to playing the game. So he's vocal at certain times, but not, he's not giving speeches, and he's not, I don't think that's what inspires him, so I don't think that's going to be what he thinks he needs to do to inspire others. But I think he's certainly aware of the surroundings and how he can help.
Paul, you mentioned Dorian Johnson. Had he been practicing both left and right?
Yes.
Not last week, all
No.
left
Right.
but during the season.
Yes.
Well, what led to him being the guy you picked to start? There are other candidates, or?
Well, he was Dorian, we think, is a good player, and he's only going to get better, and, the 4 tackles that we had were TJ, in the beginning of the year, and Dorian was backing him up, and then, Biz was backed up by, Montez, and, last Monday at a certain time, Biz was out of practice, Montez was out, I couldn't practice, so we're going to take the other tackle and put him on. Dorian had done some tight end stuff, been in the left side, so felt comfortable with it. Felt we got a week of preparation, he'd be in pretty good shape. Matt obviously has played tackle, Rotherham. But we wanted to, didn't want to have to shuffle the whole deck, and Corey King was out, he played tackle last year, so that's how we got to it. And I thought he did some really good things, and he obviously got, he had his challenges, but it's his first action, and there's something to build on, and it's really something to clean up.
If Bisnotti practices all this, will he go back into the starting lineup?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see how he, and Biz took a couple snaps in the game. We're hoping that we're over the hump with where he's at, and so as we go through the week and get, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, we can get some volume, and then we'll make that assessment.
Dory getting closer?
Yeah, you know, he did it, last Tuesday, he just kind of moved around. Wednesday did some things, and I think last week he got through the confidence factor as much as anything. So I think I would anticipate him being able to do more this week.
Mental aspect, when you told Dorian that he was starting at left tackle, how does an 18-year-old react his first start at left tackle on the
Yeah.
road? Like, obviously you had some confidence in him to.
Yeah, and I think he's got some confidence in himself, and yet he's not by any means comes off as an arrogant or one of those type of guys. But he was kind of, I don't know if I ever really know exactly how they feel, but I mean, I thought there was some genuine, excitement about it, and I'm sure he was nervous, about it, but kind of handled it how you'd hope the guy would, and thought that, even talking to him yesterday, saw some good and felt some good and saw some bad, and so I think he handled it, all of it, really well.
Well, how was Notre Dame different from the guys you saw last year?
Well, I mean, they got different players, I think their whole team, the makeup's different, and so, I think it's a different team, I think we're a different team.
Well, do they do things, I mean, what do they do?
No, they're not reinventing themselves, but I mean, players, to me, players are the strengths and weaknesses of teams, and then the schematics, for example, offensively, I mean, they're still some of the same formations they were in last year, doing some of the same things, but, they're gonna play the, Tyrese's strengths a little bit more. I mean, thought, Eifert, he was a heck of a tight end. Now I think they've got good tight ends, but they're different. So I think you just, you can take things from last year's game and put it on film and say, this is, their offense, this is their defense. But I think that they're like us, like every team, you're different teams year to year.
Paul, have you gotten over last year's loss to
Yeah.
Notre Dame? Is it something you still think about at all, or?
No, I mean, you think about everything that you do in the past affects you and how you use it, but yeah, I'm over that one.
Do you expect the players, though, will be, thinking about that this week when they're preparing for this game?
I don't know what guys think. A lot of them didn't play. And so, I mean, there's certainly some, there's some guys, especially on defense, Aaron played, Todd played, K1, Henny, but Shane Gordon didn't play. Hopefully we get him going this week a little bit more. So this is this year, we gotta do a good job making sure that they understand that.
Oh, getting back to Aaron, as an offensive coordinator and play caller, you see a guy like him in the middle of the defense. It got to affect how you prepare, plays you call. What do you have to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think in your preparation, as you're laying out the plan for the week, you've got to make sure that, being in your pass protections or your run blocking, or even how you're teaching a double team, teaching, some form of thing, how you're going to account for. I think you do that with every team. Now, we try to do it sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully. But I think you have to, what your plan is, does it account for those 1, 2, 3 guys that you think are particularly special? And then I think, in the game, you've got to be willing to make adjustments to it. But you've got to cover it without changing who you are or what you do. And that's always the rub.
Have you noticed teams have gone away from him? Have you able to notice that in the video or watching?
No, I think it was asked. I mean, I think that the good thing about the way that he plays is that he's able to affect the play, whether you're going to him or away from him. And I thought that's what stood out to me, even the production the last couple of weeks. That's hard to do against that style. And he's a special player. And I love the way that he's approaching it. And